Dlamini Zuma gets support from former African heads of state, and Basic Education says it's delivered books to almost all Limpopo learners. I'm Nebo Changela with this news update. Former African heads of state have thrown their weight behind newly elected African Union Commission chairperson and South African Home Affairs Minister Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. She's held a meeting in Pretoria with a number of former presidents, including Mozambique's Joaquim Chissano and Zambia's Kenneth Kaunda. Former President Thabo Mbeki could not attend the meeting due to mediation commitments in Sudan. The meeting is part of a series of consultations that Dlamini Zuma is holding before she takes up her official AU duties in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. Chissano says they've pledged her their unconditional support.
So we came to inform her about our disponibility, of our availability at any moment. We went through what we think it's the most pressing issue for Africa. And the pressing issue is to regain the prestige of Africa.
The Basic Education Department says it has delivered books to almost all Limpopo learners except for grade 10 studying Siswati, Xitsonga and Tshivenda. This as Education Minister Angie Motshekga faces pressure from various quarters, including from ANC structures, to resign. The department missed court-set deadlines to deliver books to grade 1, 3 and 10 learners in the province. Many of the learners received their books almost 6 months into the school term. The department spokesperson Banyaza Lusufi says the books in the 3 languages affected are not available from the publishers.
Our counterpart in Gauteng, because they've got those particular language, to courier those books to us so that we can conclude the mop-up of those particular areas. Those are the only outstanding areas, but all other areas in terms of content subjects, from physics to maths, other languages, we are at 100% with those particular areas. As soon as we get the back orders of those languages, we'll be in a position to say we've concluded the entire processes. And therefore, reports that thousands and thousands and thousands of school children are still without textbooks are not only baseless, are indeed misleading.
Democratic Alliance parliamentary leader Lindiwe Mazibuko has outlined some of the plans which she says the ANC-led provinces must copy from the DA-led Western Cape. Mazibuko says in the Western Cape, schools have the freedom to order books from an approved catalogue to avoid delivery of the wrong books to schools.
The first challenge: a textbook for every child, for every core subject in their grade. We challenge the ANC to guarantee that it will meet this small minimum requirement in the new school year. We have to order the right books for the right learners. Where the DA is in government, schools have the freedom to place their own orders for textbooks from an approved catalogue. This explains why isiXhosa-speaking learners in the Eastern Cape received books in isiSotho.
And Olympic men's 200-meter butterfly champion Chad Leclos is still trying to come to terms with the fact that he beat his role model and swimming legend Michael Phelps last night. The 20-year-old South African pipped Phelps by 0.05 of a second to win a tight race. He says his plans is to try and defend his title in 2016 in Brazil. Leclos says he dreamed about beating Phelps from when he watched the American winning 6 gold medals at the 2004 Olympics.
I'm shocked that I'm really, really proud that, I have the nation behind me. And, I think after Cameron's win, he really lifted up the sport. And I've been getting a lot of messages from back home. And I was shocked to have so many people who know about me back in South Africa. I'm like, what, me? Are you kidding me? It's crazy. I guess now I have to try to defend my title in 4 years' time. But just to beat Michael Phelps is something that I've always wanted in my whole life. And, that's exactly what I've been dreaming about since I was 12.